Take the leap. Can you be successful in your life without ever having to step up into uncertainty? The truth is that most people aren't willing to do what it takes because they're afraid of failing or making mistakes along the way. But if you want to make big results, then taking these leap is what exactly you need to do. First thing is don't wait too long. The good news is that you're already more than halfway to your destination. And the bad news is that there are still so many steps before then. And if you wait for the perfect moment or for someone else to take the leap first, it'll be even longer before you make it. Don't wait for the right time or person. Don't wait until everything comes together perfectly in order for yourself and others around you will see what an amazing person they have on their hands, and vice versa. There's no need for this kind of thinking, and actually, there are plenty reasons why not waiting at all might be the best. Also, stop being scared. Fear is a choice. It's a feeling you have when you are afraid, but there are many ways to overcome your fear and experience success in life. You can manage it, control it, and even use it as a tool for motivation. Fear can be managed by learning how to deal with fear in order to make rational decisions about what risks are worth taking on and which ones aren't worth taking. In addition, if you know how much risk is too much for yourself or others around you, then this will help prevent accidents from happening at all, because they won't feel like such big deals anymore when they happen, and hopefully won't ever happen again. One truth is it may not be perfect. It may not be perfect. It's better to try than to not try. You can always improve later on, and if you don't try, you will never know what could have been. The worst thing that can happen is you fail and you try again. It's a part of life we all have to face at some point in our lives, whether it's an exam or a project deadline. But if you're like me, then failure is something that happens on a regular basis. It doesn't mean you give up or stop trying. Instead, it means we learn from our mistakes and move forward with new strategies for success. Everyone will be afraid of something, but the difference is that people who are very successful are able to have more courage than fear. When you are afraid, it is easy to say that you are alone. But when you look at the world, there are billions of people who have dreams and goals and desires for their lives. The difference between them and us is that they were able to find courage in themselves by believing in themselves and having faith in others. People who are successful do not need approval from others or anyone else because they know what they want out of life, but also understand that failure sometimes comes with it as well, but not always. It's important not only because we learn from our mistakes, but also because knowing how close we came makes us stronger than before. Do the scary thing first. In order to do something scary, you have to be willing to jump in the water and try. You have to be willing to fail. You have to accept that failure is an option. And it will happen, even if you only fail once or twice before getting it right. Failure is not a bad thing. It's just a step on your way towards eventually succeeding at something difficult or scary, something worth doing. What you do daily matters more than what you do occasionally. We all know what you do daily matters more than what you do occasionally. I'm not talking about the occasional coffee shop or movie night with friends, but rather about the things that have become part of your life over time. Example, you wake up at 6 a.m., make breakfast for your family every morning. You always brush your teeth after dinner, even if it's only once per day, and sometimes even then. You take out the garbage every week without fail, or at least try to. Embracing failing fast. Failing fast is the only way to learn and grow. Failing fast means you try something, and if it doesn't work, you move on to the next thing. Failing fast means that your team has the freedom to fail without fearing consequences or losing their job or getting fired. Know your no's so you can better hear your yeses. The first step to take the leap is know your no's. Know them well enough that you can focus on the things that are important to you and make decisions based on them. Be bold in your actions as well as your words. Boldness is a quality that is admired, and as you've seen in our previous example, it's one that can be contagious, which means you'll be more successful if you're bold. But don't take my word for it. Try acting like the bold person that you want to be by doing something daring today. Accountability drives action. Accountability is a tool that helps you to stay on track, but it can also be your greatest forward. Accountability is like a friend who keeps you honest and working towards your goals. But if you don't have time to focus on accountability and self-improvement, then accountability becomes an enemy. If you are already committed to making positive changes in your life, but find yourself struggling with the commitment or motivation required for success, one possibility is that this could be because of an underlying anxiety about failure. But there are solutions. You can't reach success without leaping somewhere. There are many things that will help you achieve your goals, but they won't all be easy or fun. You need to take a leap of faith and be willing to fail in order to succeed. You also need patience, which means accepting that you might not see results right away. But if you stick with it long enough, then eventually the work itself becomes rewarding in itself. Try new things. Be open-minded about what's available out there waiting for us all over the big blue ball we call Earth. Don't let fear hold you back from exploring new worlds, because without risk-taking, nothing would ever get done during those boring meetings where no one wants anything done anyway, so why even bother sitting through them? I need to tell you in conclusion that the hardest thing about going for it is taking the leap. But if you want to succeed, you have to take that first step. You don't have to jump into the deep end of the pool with both feet. Just dip your toe in and see how it feels. If it gets too cold or too hot, don't keep going, instead stop. Reassess where you want to go next so that when opportunity knocks at your door again, you are ready for him or her. God bless you.